I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah, you do. Sit down, Mr. Montez. When Cristian Vega was last seen at Plato Prison, sit down, Mr. Montez. When Cristian Vega was last seen at Plato Prison, he was wearing a jumpsuit with your name on it.
Wow. Well, I am sorry for him. I never cared too much for that jumpsuit. But I don't know the man.
And I suppose you also don't know this man, Carlo Hesse, a.k.a. Mortimer Byrne.
Nope.
Senor Montes, you arrived in the United States on the same flight as a man named Jared Banks.
That's right. That's right. But as the DA is aware, I came here to conduct business with Clint Buchanan.
That true?
Yeah.
And your sudden desire to obtain custody of your niece, Langston Wild, that was just a side benefit to your trip?
The court approved my request for custody. It was all perfectly legal.
Okay, so you got out of prison and you went into business with Clint Buchanan, and then you won custody of your only living relative from Dorian Lord. You've had kind of an awesome week here in Llanview, hey, Senor Montes?
You knew about this man's connection to Clint Buchanan and you chose to say nothing?
How did you hook up with a guy like Montez?
Ray can be very charming. I had no idea what he was capable of. Certainly none. Did you finish eating?
Is it all right if I go to my room and listen to music?
Sure. We're not leaving anytime soon.
Is it nice living in America?
It is to me. But then again, I never really lived anywhere else.
I've only lived in Colombia.
There are a lot of good people in Llanview. You'll be fine.
She's lived a very sheltered life. I've tried to protect her as if she were my own daughter. In Llanview, Lola and I will only have each other.
And me?
Oh, I wonder what's going on at the police station right now.
Well, I think if they start asking Mr. Montez questions, they'll find out that he's not such a great guy, and...
Oh, that scares me. I mean, what if he takes me away to South America and locks me in some basement somewhere?
Langston, stop it. Stop it right now. Look at me. Look at me. This is wrong, and it's not gonna happen, okay? You're gonna be here for a start when the baby is born. You're not going anywhere, okay?
We all have to keep thinking that.
Yeah, you know, I read someplace that if you picture yourself in the future, someplace, any place, and you concentrate hard on it... I do want to picture myself here. But it's gonna take more than me just clicking my heels 3 times for that to happen.
It's really very simple. Ray Montez is a murderer. I want him to go away, and you know how to make people go away.
Well, I know a few guys. Maybe I could...
No. No maybes. Just do it, Jackie. It is okay, isn't it? If I call you Jackie?
Please.
Good. Okay. Jackie. Nice. And you know what? You can spare me the details.
Just as long as you realize that now that I pocketed this, there's no going back.
I just said goodbye to the man you had a meeting with. He sounds just like the man I called to get you out of jail.
Oh, you're mistaken. Besides which, I got myself out of jail.
Then who was that man?
Just the exterminator.
Hey. Remember when Dr. Lord threatened to turn me into some kind of French food if I ever hurt you? Well, you know she's planning something way worse for Uncle Ray.
I've been expecting your call.
Well, here I am.
When do you want to sign the papers?
Never. I've decided to decline your offer.
You will never let Langston go.
You're bluffing.
Really? Well, Clint, despite your nefarious plans, I've decided to keep my company. And if your friend Ray Montez wants Langston, why don't you tell him he can come and get her?
Señor Montez. You
It's a
really
coincidence, Antonio. Clint's connection to Montez has nothing to do with Christian's disappearance.
How do you know?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that with you.
I really don't think he knows anything about Christian.
Okay, well, let's hold him for 24 hours and maybe he'll change his story.
Yeah. That'll give us a chance to touch base with John, since he's the one who put us onto this guy in the first place.
Okay.
And maybe someone should speak to Clint.
Come with us, Mr. Montez, please.
Where am I going?
You'll find out.
Adios, Ray.
I promise you, Lola and I will not be a burden when we get to America.
You helped me get out of prison. When we get back to Llanview, I can find you a place to stay and maybe a job before we go our separate ways.
You're very kind. I can't believe my husband's identity got switched with that of such a good and generous man. Lola and I are very lucky. So is your Sarah.
Hey, it's McNaughton. Yeah, you remember a couple weeks ago I asked you to do that background check on Janet Keatring and a guy named Keyshawn Reddick? Yeah. What'd you get? They both work for Todd Manning. No problem. I'll hold.
Hey, I am so ready to leave Llanview behind, and the person I was. And I want to move on with you.
Yeah? Then why are you still wearing your wedding ring?
Dig a little deeper. I think you're gonna find out a lot more. All right. Check back in with you.